In this episode of Judge Judy, a personal relationship turns into a complicated courtroom battle when Doreese Simpson sues her ex-boyfriend Ulysses Mullins. Doreese claims that after meeting Ulysses, the two decided to build a life together. Trusting the relationship, she says she gave up her own residence and moved in with him along with her children. According to her, the agreement was simple. They would live together, share expenses, and move forward as a family. But when the relationship fell apart, she says she was suddenly forced out, leaving her financially damaged. She brings three main claims before the court. Unpaid rent she wants refunded, hotel costs she says she had to cover after being asked to leave, and compensation for a broken tablet she alleges Ulysses caused. As Judge Judy begins questioning, the case quickly shifts from emotion to details, dates, and numbers. The judge focuses on one key issue first: when Doreese actually moved in. Doreese insists it was at the beginning of April. Ulysses, however, claims she moved in earlier, possibly as far back as February, while transitioning out of a hotel where she had been staying with her children. This difference in timelines becomes critical. Judge Judy presses Doreese on her rental payments. Under questioning, Doreese admits she paid no rent at all in April. She then states she paid $215 in May and later gave $400, which she says covered both May and June. Ulysses strongly disagrees, saying she did not pay rent as consistently as she claims. Judge Judy methodically reconstructs the timeline. She points out that regardless of the exact move-in date, Doreese lived in the apartment for at least 2 months. With the agreed rent being $200 per month, the total of $400 paid matches exactly what was owed. From the judge's perspective, there is no overpayment and therefore no rent to be refunded. The argument then intensifies over when Doreese was asked to leave. Doreese claims she was forced out around May 19th, while Ulysses insists she remained in the apartment until after her birthday at the end of May. Judge Judy pays close attention to this detail. She notes that people often remember events tied to significant dates, like birthdays, more clearly than random calendar days. When Ulysses confidently recalls that Doreese was still living with him at the end of May, the judge finds his testimony more credible. The judge concludes that Doreese was not prematurely evicted and had already received the housing she paid for. The case then turns to the broken tablet, which Doreese claims was damaged during a visit in August when she went to try to reconcile. She alleges that Ulysses grabbed her belongings during a moment of tension, causing the tablet to fall to the floor and break. Judge Judy listens carefully, but quickly narrows in on the facts. There was no physical attack, no evidence of intentional destruction, and the tablet was wrapped in a sweater when it fell. From a legal standpoint, the judge rules that this was an accidental drop, not deliberate property damage. Finally, Ulysses attempts to file a counterclaim, arguing that he supported Doreese and her children financially while they lived together. Judge Judy immediately shuts this down. She explains that when adults choose to live together without formal agreements, financial support during the relationship is considered voluntary. Once the relationship ends, neither party is entitled to reimbursement. Final judgment. Judge Judy dismisses the case in its entirety. Doreese is not awarded any money, and no damages are granted for the tablet. This case serves as a powerful reminder that mixing personal relationships with shared housing without written agreements can lead to confusion, conflict, and disappointment. What begins as trust and companionship can quickly end in court when expectations are unclear.